Welcome friends to another video, welcome to another review. This time around I'm going to talk about Xerjoff Mefisto, which is a fragrance that came to the market in 2009, so it's 14 years old. And it's quite an interesting fragrance, especially for me, mainly because the composition or the notes found inside this fragrance do not translate into real life on my skin. This is considered to be a citrusy aromatic type of fragrance. But on my skin, since forever, this fragrance has smelled quite aquatic. And I don't really get why, but this is what's happening every single time that I decide to wear it. First and foremost, this is a very good fragrance if you want something very fresh, very cool at the same time, but in hot weather or in summertime especially, because it does have a very clean, very fresh vibe, quite uplifting at the same time, but without being a very intrusive type of fragrance. Let's talk about the composition. We have in the top notes Amalfi lemon, bergamot, and grapefruit. In the heart we get rose, iris, and lavender. And in the base we have musk, cedar, amber, and sandalwood. So this is the composition of Mefisto. But as I said, on my skin, every single time that I wear it, and even on fiber, I get a very pronounced aquatic feeling. Not salty water, but sweet water. I don't know, think about a river or a lake if you want. Think about tap water, because that's sweet water. And it's quite curious, but very refreshing, and I quite like it. But as I said, the notes inside the composition do not translate in real life. And this is a very peculiar thing to me, because basically this is the only fragrance in my entire collection that pretty much does this thing. Let's start with the beginning, where we get the citruses. I have to say, these aren't the best citruses that I encountered in any fragrance. They feel quite dull to me. They are not overpowering, they are not very zesty, they are not very strong. And basically, what comes from behind is actually what, let's say, the main accord of this fragrance. And that is a very shy lavender combined with some very shy iris and rose. And also I get a bit of amber and musk combined with some sandalwood and cedar, but very faint at the same time. So overall, the entire composition, the entire ingredients list comes very soft into the mix. And as I said, although I do like the fragrance, I do like wearing it, especially in the extreme hot weather, especially in June, July, August, when it's very hot outside. Well, I still don't get my brain around, or I still can't wrap around my brain, why does this fragrance smell this way? It isn't very unique, it isn't something out of the ordinary, it isn't something artistic. It might actually be considered to be quite designerish for that matter. And considering this fact, I would rather say that it isn't worth the price. You can buy similar products, similar fragrances for a fraction of the price of Mefisto. I've seen a lot of people praising this fragrance, praising how good it is, how great it is, how niche it is. But in reality, truth be told, it isn't what they are saying. It's very, very designerish and not the best quality that I encountered from the house of Xerjoff, for example. To me, this fragrance basically falls in the same category with Perfumes de GaVo. Another very simplistic, quite aquatic again on my skin type of fragrance with a huge price tag. Therefore, my only recommendation when it comes to Xerjoff Mefisto is the same that I always give you. Go ahead and purchase a sample or a decant, test it out on your own skin, see how it performs, see how it behaves, see how it interacts with your skin's chemistry, and only afterwards decide based on your limited experience and on your own opinions, not on opinions that others are sharing in the online, and so on and so forth. Decide if it's worth your money. From where I stand, it's a good fragrance, but not great. It isn't something spectacular, it isn't something amazing like Fiero X, for example. And if you really want a great citrusy aromatic fragrance, then Fiero is the one that you need. Because in that one, you have a very beautiful bergamot note combined with some very interesting green accords and aromatics. And that one actually is worth the price tag. But it isn't the case, unfortunately, with Mefisto. So keep this in mind. If you are interested in Xerjoff Mefisto, don't go ahead and blind buy it, because you might end up regretting it. Just like I said with Parfum de Marly, Galloway for that matter, because they are basically in the same vein, in the same category, with some very, very soft differences. This is my review about Xerjoff Mefisto. I'm going to see you in the next one. As always, my friends, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Be safe. Be good. Peace.